Why can't I just get the audio?
Because you can't.
But I want the audio.
But you can't have it.
But
that's my job.
Did y'all know that Thursday was National I Love Feet Day? I just wanted to say that. What is up, everybody? It's your boy J Dizzle with the sizzle that never fizzles. Back at it with episode 14 of the Raptorstrike
Demonetized. So was that your joke for?
Oh no!
Was that your joke for catching us off guard?
No, I did that. That was off the dome right now. Okay. It was real, but it happens. Did you see that I did my streaming intro? I didn't mean to do that.
I was stuck on what yesterday was.
No, it's Thursday.
Oh, Thursday.
Get it right. Put some respect on my man's name.
Wasn't last Sunday National Left-Handers Day?
Yes. Yeah.
Not me. That's me.
That's not me. I'm normal. What is up, everybody? My name is Joey, aka Joey Schmoey, 1/3 of the Raptorstrike boy band. To my right, I have
Raptor Man 5.0, as always.
To my front,
Eco Boom S550.
Eco Boom's 550 over here, and we're back. How's everybody doing tonight? What is up, Dad? Navek, how you doing? You doing all right?
Howdy.
But yeah, we're back. Isn't it crazy that we are like 2.5 months into this?
Yeah.
Like we have maybe it's 3 months, but we have 2 weeks that we didn't do it. Is it 2 or 1 that we didn't do an episode? I thought it was 2. We'll say 2.
I think it was 2.
No, it was 1.
We might have more coming soon. TM.
I think it was 1 because it was the Corpus and Comic Palooza one that we didn't do. But
I want to say it was 2 because
It was 2 because I was working at it. We were both out of town.
Yeah.
Oh, it was 2. So we're
technically when I
technically
started my new job.
3 months in. That's wild. Like starting from January where we just thought the thought, and then April when we built the studio, into May being our first episode, and now we're here.
We just sent
3 months in, 2.5 months worth of episode. Geo.
Hey.
2.5 months worth of episode, over 24 hours of watch time. It's good. It feels good. But we're gonna get right into the episode. Noah, do we have any updates going into shows coming up? Just some reminders.
So today we actually got our promo code from Alamo Hero Con. So the new promo code for this coming event is going to be Raptors. So if you can put that in the chat, promo code Raptors will get you a $10 weekend pass for the event, September 23rd and 24th. So, and for those of y'all that don't know, if you buy the weekend pass with the promo code, it's actually cheaper than buying just Saturday or just Sunday. So
yes.
I think that's a really good positive. That's one reason why I like to stand behind Alamo Hero Con is I understand with the venue, like we've gone this over plenty of times, it's just business on how things work. You know, when you have like San Japan that's coming up and it's $100 and something a ticket, you know, you're paying for the venue, you're paying for everything under the sun. So it is a smaller convention, but with smaller conventions comes less price to get in, as well as you have more money to spend with the vendors that are there compared to you're already spending $100 and something out of the gate. And now you got to really kind of pick and choose what you want, or, you know, you got to do an entire walk of what's going on, and then you can go back again and hopefully find what you're like, I want this, I want this, I want this. So, but with Alamo Hero Con, I really appreciate that it's not about the money. It's not how much can I poke people in the eye for attendance.
It's not about the profit. It's about just getting people out there to, you know, enjoy themselves, have fun.
Yeah. And that's one main thing that the organizer likes is, you know, he just wants everyone to get together and have fun, like you said. It's really just an excuse to be able to dress up, you know, come out and cosplay. And I think it's great when people go out and cosplay or just walk around for a day in your favorite character. I mean, it's don't leave it just for Halloween or, you know, just have fun. Just live in the moment. Yep. So again,
it's good
promo code
friendly fun.
Raptors will get you a $10 weekend pass. And I think that's great. And again, I thank them for allowing us to be a part of the event as well. So You know,
Yes.
they didn't have to do that.
Yes, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. If y'all were out there at the first HeroCon we sponsored, it was just a lot of good times. Like the vendors were all cool. We talked to them, good conversation. There was a lot of cool things. I ended up buying some cool shirts, some custom T-shirts. That was pretty cool.
Mhm.
But yeah, if y'all aren't busy, Saturday, September 23rd, or the weekend of the 23rd, I would recommend going out. It's a lot of fun.
Get to see us.
Get to see us. The best part.
Damn, we just lost.
Why did we go down to 2 viewers?
Yeah, we just lost ticket
no.
sales. They're like, damn, I don't want to see these guys.
How do we get negative numbers?
Yeah,
We have to pay them.
we have to pay them.
But yeah, I was gonna say something about HeroCon. Oh, we are also organizing the car show part of it. If you have a car that you would like in the car show, or know somebody that would want their car in the car show, we're gonna get that link pretty soon. Once we do, we will get it out to y'all. What is up, Raw?
Hey,
How you doing?
What up?
But yeah, other than that, the next one too, coming up in 3 weeks, is Off Rodeo.
Yes. I have been trying to work with Raptors and Rifles. Great community. It was my very first, in January when we did Raptors on the Ranch, it was my very first off-road event. And again, having the anime Raptor, that was really its debut. I didn't know what to expect. I was prepared to get torn apart, really. How toxic the car scene in general is. Now you're talking about guys with some pretty deep pockets about to jump their, some of them are $100,000 trucks. But it was the exact opposite of what I could expect. There was one driver who had a T-Rex, the Dodge, and we went up to him, and he was a little standoffish in the beginning. But I think
he's kind of uneasy at first.
Yeah, he was a little uneasy. I guess he thought we were just gonna go and talk some smack. But it was a black and gold theme, and it was really cool. And once we started talking to him, and he understood that we weren't there to mess with him or anything. The number 4 truck. Once he found out that we weren't there to dog him or anything, he started talking to us, and he actually told us that his wife was racing the truck. This is my wife's truck, she's the one racing it, and we would watch her from the sidelines on the track, and she pulled no punches. She sent it like stamps and everything,
fully sent, like FedEx next day,
same day shipping, man. And it was great, and I had never seen the inside of a T-Rex.
Krillin.
What up? Hello.
Hey.
Sorry?
Yeah, you had never seen the inside of it.
Oh yeah, I had never seen the inside of a T-Rex, and he's like, "Hey, the truck's open. If you want to take a look, you want to get inside."
Those trucks are nice,
and it was actually very nice.
That's the one thing I will give Dodge. Their interiors are like immaculate. They're like, I'd say they're nicer than 9 out of the 10 trucks out there.
I gotta sit
the
in
trucks.
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Ford's new interiors are awesome. Their old interiors, like on my truck compared to your truck, it's
that's
night
not
and
a
day
day
difference.
It really is.
Although
between the Raptors,
I would prefer like your interior compared to like a 2005 F250.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing.
Or a 99 F250.
But like compare, like for example, like the Chevrolet interiors of the same year as the TRX. It's Dodge just killed it.
What up, DJ? How's it going? man, I own the world, man. I own the world.
Man, he got a compliment. Now he owns the world.
You got me. You make me not want to act right. Anyway,
at the San Antonio Auto Show, I got to sit inside of one, and it was a nice truck. Like I want to own one day. Like
T-Rex.
Yeah.
So I had tickets to go, and I never went. And then later on, I learned that I could have gotten like press tickets because
this dude
through my sister. And then like I didn't do it anyway. So
yeah, no, TRXs are clean, and just hearing when they would race the truck, that supercharger go off.
Yeah. No, she was
that lady would.
She was fearless. I'll say that. I was barely giving it any throttle multiple times on my runs, except for the last one. The very last one is when I sent it and I dented the front bumper, or at least I bent it out of place and then you put it back.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Sal, I just remember Sal leaning down. You were talking to someone and he looks at it. He just goes, grabs the bumper and yanks it out.
Yeah. No, great memories, and this is why I'm so excited for the next event.
My interior still has red dirt from that event.
Well, that's because you don't clean it. My mom actually spent like 4 or 5 hours cleaning the Raptor. She went through twice the interior.
I recently took it to the wash tub, and they went through it and they did a pretty good job. Like for like the not paying extra, they did a pretty good job.
Okay.
So,
But back to Raptors and Rifles. You can visit their page. I believe it's raptorsandrifles.org. No.
I don't know. .net, .com.
It might be .net.
.edu. Just kidding.
Yeah. But great people to
.org.
.org. Okay.
.org. Okay. Cool.
Great people to be around and just to really spend time with the trucks. I mean, it was a great experience, and if we can team up with them for this event, that would be great. Yeah. And I would really hope that we can do that, because I'd like to support. I'd like to show any kind of support that I can. So on our Raptorstrike page, on my personal page, you'll see postings of the events and things that are going on with them, and hopefully we can make a deal. So .gov.
.info. Yeah, those are the 2 events we have coming up. Again, if y'all know any events that y'all would like to see the truck at or us at, let us know, whether that's in the YouTube comments or in our DMs.
Yeah.
Instagram, Facebook.
So one thing I will say,
I don't think we have a Twitter, do we?
No.
Not yet.
No, I don't even use Twitter
or
personally.
X, I'm sorry.
X, my bad.
Yeah. Oh,
my bad. Sorry, Elon.
Yeah.
Sponsor us.
Damn. Canceled. Right. Can we Raptor swap with Tesla? Anyways. It's not a bad idea. Where was I going with that?
I don't know.
I lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
Same.
That was my fault.
I got it. So another thing that is very exciting is I am trying. This is because I'm extra, but I'm currently gold heat wrapping all of the parts that I have for the truck. I don't know if this is going to be a good or a bad idea, but that's where I'm going with it because I want a pop of color underneath the hood. And so I am hoping that within the next 2 weeks before off rodeo, that the truck, our Raptor, will have every single part offered by CV Fabrication.
For the Raptor.
For the Raptor, yeah.
The Raptor.
You have, or currently we have the prototype that's getting ready to be released. So
yes.
Luckily we will be able to help out with like the pre-orders and all that for people that want to do that. But we have the intakes, we have the turbo inlet tubes, we have the hot and cold charge pipes, we have the intercooler, we have the down pipes. Everything that CVF cells for the Raptor will be installed on it, and you'll be able to see what it performs like out in the real world and in performance, trying to take it for a race.
You get to hear all the wonderful whooshy noises of the turbos.
Yes. And so the other part of that is we're there for the Saturday. It's going to be September 8th, 9th, and 10th. We're going to be there September 9th. The 10th is when they do the actual race, for the championship belt. Mm-hmm. We're going there for fun because I know that I am very highly competitive, and if I actually if I compete, I will break the truck or I'll win. There's no in between. Like, it's either I break it or I win. There's no, I am that competitive. But it's also my daily driver, so I don't want to break it.
Yeah. When you get a second Raptor, we'll send that.
Yeah, when I get a second Raptor, we'll
when you get another daily.
Yeah, well, you know how it works. You get a daily and then you start messing with it.
Yes.
And then you need another daily and then another daily.
Question for you in chat.
What is your goal for horsepower? All of it. At least 5. No. Oh God, I haven't really thought about that.
So what does it come with stock?
I think it's
To the
like
wheels, though.
320?
Oh, well,
Usually a good goal is to make what you make crank
to the wheels.
to the wheels. Like my Mustang, for example, it makes about what it made crank to the wheels now.
If it could make 410 to the wheels, I'd be happy.
Right now it's making 450 crank.
So
410 to the. I mean, let me be.
either way,
Let's be realistic. Anything over 350, you're not catching traction with off-road tires.
353 to the wheel on stock.
353. So an extra 50 horsepower to the wheel.
yeah,
You know.
that's not a bad goal.
So
Plus
it's
50.
well, it's realistic.
And to be completely honest, it's completely doable with
Yes.
the Raptor.
Yes.
And isn't there a little more horsepower right now because of the intercooler? Of course, it's hot outside. But
So think of it this way:
He'll explain
the Ford's ECU mapping and all that stuff is set based on limits, so it'll only make what it's rated for.
So go beyond. Go beyond
It'll only
your
make what
credit limit. Oh, my bad.
Is it the
it'll do
governor
what it's
thing?
yeah. Well, yes, but no.
Well, yes, but actually, no.
It is based off of limits, so that way, hey, you'll reach your 410 horsepower that you're doing, and it'll do it until it can't do it anymore. Okay. So in this case, what was limiting it was intake air temperatures, or manifold charge temps, which are the ones for the intake manifold, which was limited by the intercooler, which is now not limited by the intercooler.
Which is now limited by bad gas.
Yeah. So the
Boom.
thing is, now he can make that 410 crank horsepower for longer before that intercooler heat soaks.
Nice.
So in turn, we're gonna make all the power that we can safely.
What tunes do is they raise those limits and they properly calibrate for fueling and spark.
Isn't your truck tuned?
Technically, yes.
It's
But
on
it's
a
not
stock.
like a
it's on
performance tune.
It's on a stock tune.
It's on a stock.
Stage 0.
Yeah, stock emulated stock tune.
Yeah. So I'm looking to be at the stage 2, which is the same thing I had Gwen at, and I'll probably just leave it there until I feel like I want to get it custom tuned.
Yeah, the Cobb Stage 2 tune.
Yeah.
Pull out the laptop.
Hey, I know a good tuner. Yes.
What's his name?
Tune Plus.
Am I on E85? No. I'm just on a.
So
Or is that what you're asking? Am
Ford
I on-
EcoBoost motors can't do like straight E85 without a fuel pump, like a high pressure fuel pump upgrade.
No, actually, so on all your questions, the truck is actually basically stock. The only thing it has right now is the intercooler, downpipes, and a catback. That's it. So it's practically stock right now.
Yeah, feeling wise, it's on pump gas, but you can't do straight E85 without doing a high pressure fuel pump upgrade.
Gotcha. Okay. That's good to know. Well, weren't you running meth on yours?
Methanol, but through a different fuel system. Meth.
We here at Raptorstrike do not condone the use of drugs, except on your cars.
Yeah.
Yes, I was, but that's through a separate fueling system instead of using the factory fuel system to like mix it in and stuff like
Which
that.
is why you have a pump that leads to the charge pipe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why I have a tank in the back with a pump and then the little tube that leads all the way to the charge pipe and
Okay.
all that fancy stuff.
Where were we? We were somewhere and we lost it.
No, that's what it was. We were talking about the
Goals for horsepower.
goals for
Oh, okay,
horsepower.
okay.
So we're
We were in the right vicinity.
The other part of that is anybody that's watching and they want to go for power, do not forget your brakes.
Yeah,
Because
you gotta
all that
stop.
power means nothing if you can't stop. And I learned that with Gwen. Because Gwen was not a
Yeah,
performance pack EcoBoost, but we started adding power adders and then it would not stop. Not that it wouldn't
had
stop,
to add
but
the big brakes too.
yeah, so we had to go to the 4-piston GT performance brake or the GT
Just the
regular
GT
brakes.
yeah,
Yeah,
those are some big breaks.
yeah.
Like,
they
wasn't
were.
dude, like
While we're putting them on, weren't you like scared they weren't gonna fit? Wasn't that a? Because I remember you
I think
saying
we were more
that
concerned about the rears.
the rear. Because I remember.
Probably.
Yeah.
So
'Cause, like you can take that caliper and it just arm.
Forearm.
yeah. So think of two arms holding that disc brake. With the truck, I mean, you got more weight, you got more, mass, you got more.
Big.
I would like to upgrade the brakes one day, but that's a good $10,000 for the front and the back.
Yeah, that's a pricey upgrade.
Yeah. But
like the problem is you can't there's no bigger factory brake option.
Yeah.
So you have to go aftermarket, which is expensive. And like, for example, Gwen, which was a non-performance pack EcoBoost, so he just went to the EcoBoost performance pack brakes, and that they just bolt right on.
Yeah, I ordered them from some store in North Carolina, and they sent them over, and we installed them. Ta-da! I actually have that posting on Instagram. You can see the before and after.
Yeah,
but
thick
that's
brakes.
that's many years ago, actually.
Yeah, my car came with those stock.
Yeah. This guy over here thinks he's better than me.
Think you're better than me?
Just because I'm better than you.
Just because you're better than me. So, switching over to some questions. Have y'all ever been to like dealerships lately, or like ever been to a dealership?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I've been to a dealership.
How do they usually treat y'all? I mean, like, what's the stereotypical? You get to the dealership. What happens next?
Literally standing outside your door, like
Usually
Throw down the window.
our process, like, we haven't been to a dealership in a while, or even like a used car lot. But we'll go, and then you'll have the salesman come out. Can I help you out with anything? Are you looking for anything? And we're just like, no, we're just looking. Even though we are looking for something to kind of get them away, and like, okay, kind of like this one. Then we go inside and start like, hey, we would like this car. Can we test drive it?
I want that one.
Yeah, well, I've changed my tactic with that. Usually I'll be like, I'm just looking. Like, don't.
You'll waste their time.
Well, not that I waste their time, but I'll tell them I want this, this, and this. Can you pull it up? If they say no, okay, I'm on to the next dealership.
To be fair, that's what they're there for.
To waste your time.
Well, no, to like actually be helpful, right?
Yeah,
like they're trying to get you in a car, right?
Customer service.
But their job is customer service, and they want to be able to be friendly and helpful and stuff like that. So they're gonna do their best to get you into something.
Did you take 2 showers after visiting the dealership? All right. So today I took 2 showers this morning.
Explain.
Because I sent that to him. And he said, "What the hell did you do last night?" And I was like, "Go, Chino, get your mind out of the gutter." No, I woke up. I took a shower. You good?
I'm good.
He's dying.
Sorry, guys. I am passing away.
I took a shower, which I shouldn't have. I went outside because
You shouldn't have.
I was getting ready to. I got it in my mind on Monday that I was going to buy another car.
Yes.
I wanted to go get another car.
Mm-hmm.
So we have wheels on our Explorer. Well, I didn't want to sell those wheels, so I switched them for another pair of wheels that I had. Okay, so my house looks like a car part factory, like a warehouse. I have so much crap everywhere.
He has an exhaust tree in the back.
Oh yeah, that's my exhaust graveyard. So if you need an exhaust for a 26, actually no, I think we threw that one out. Damn, never mind. Usually any kind of Fords.
F-150.
Yeah, any kind of Fords. I have the exhaust for them if y'all need them. So just hit me up.
Or a Corvette.
C5. I believe.
C5.
I forgot you had that.
Where was I?
Car dealerships. You changed your tack.
So I switched the wheels. I was so sweaty that I had to come back inside and take a shower before I left to the dealership. Completely defeated the purpose.
So you woke
to take a
up,
shower.
took a shower, went outside, changed the wheels, came back in, took a shower.
Yep. and then I left. So
Fun.
we went to I won't name the dealership, but it was a dealership in Bernie. And we walked in and nobody.
Hey fellas,
what's up, JJ?
Hey, good luck on your
streaming right
stream,
now.
man.
Yeah.
Have fun streaming.
Yeah, you good?
I'm gonna get the thing.
Okay.
Put it in the chat, my dude.
So we took off and non-existent. There were no salesmen there. And
Just crickets.
we walked into the showroom and I went to the receptionist desk. There was nobody there either. And maybe after 3 minutes or so, somebody walked up and they're like, hey, what can I help y'all with? Are y'all looking for anything? And I said yes, and I said the specific car, because I went for a specific car. And he goes, let me go see if there's somebody that can help you, which didn't make sense to me because he had his name tag on and it says sales consultant. And so I'm like, can't you help me?
Aren't you sales
Like,
guy?
I just watched you
Aren't you sales?
come from the back, like y'all were sitting there talking and you came anyways. So another guy came out, we test drove the car, and I told him, like, I want to run some numbers, and we sat down. So this is maybe 45 minutes into my morning, and he says, I can't sell you this car. And I'm like, why didn't you tell me that 45 minutes ago before I did the test driving and everything? He goes, well, I can probably sell it to you in the middle of the week. I'm like, I don't know, man. This was an hour drive to get here. Like, I'd rather not do that again.
Mm-hmm.
So
In the middle of the week, too.
yeah, there was a lot of salesmen and they didn't want to help us. So I don't know what to chalk that up to. Besides, I'm not going to that dealership ever again. So after that, we left, and I just, at that point, you play that Plinko game where you go to the next dealership, you drive through the parking lot, go to the next
Playing
dealership.
pinball.
Yeah, and so in the middle of the week on Tuesday, I went to North Park Lincoln because I was looking for a Lincoln Continental, and so while I was there, the salesman
Leaks.
Yeah, so this I'm okay. I'm perfectly okay with saying the name and the salesman.
Mm-hmm.
His name was, of course, now that I'm trying to think, Avery. I don't remember his last name. Yeah, Avery, young guy. And on Tuesday, I pull up in the Raptor, which Lincoln is a little more luxury, right?
It's the luxury version of Ford's brand.
Ford, yeah.
It's a caddy.
So
It's like Cadillac to Jeeps to...
I will say I did get a little ignored by older people, the older salespeople. There was a few ladies that just completely blew me off.
Of course.
But then you had, finally I parked the truck, I got out, and I just walked over to the vehicle that I wanted to look at. And, Avery came out and he's like, hey man, how can I help you? What are you looking for? And so, we started talking, and I think maybe I spent an hour there with him, looking at different vehicles and trying to get one within my price range that I wanted. But unfortunately, the one that I wanted, somebody else was in the middle of, trying to get a deal. So I told him, I'll keep in touch, or if you come across another deal, just let me know. I left my number with him. And I told him my age, and usually one of the hardest things about dealing with dealerships is if they hear your age is really young, good luck trying to get anything, because nobody wants to help you at that point. Because they're like, this guy's just going to waste my time. He's not going to buy anything. He's going to,
Jump to a conclusion.
Yeah, they jump to a conclusion, and it's really bad. It's bad for business, and it's also like, you'll
It's
get
disrespectful.
It is. Which actually reminds me, you know what? I'm going to go on a quick tangent. I'm sorry.
Go for it.
I was at CarMax. This was a few years back.
Mm-hmm.
I was at CarMax, and this is one of the reasons why I hate CarMax, but it's not their fault. It's one of their salesmen. It was an older lady, and I told her what I was looking for. I actually went for a 2014 Raptor, a silver one.
Yeah.
And I walked in and I told her, this is what I want to go look at. Y'all have one on the lot. I'd like to go see it. And without asking anything, my dad was actually with me. Without asking, what do you do? What makes you want this truck? What's it? Her immediate response was, why don't we go over to my desk and we'll look up something in your price range? And I'm like,
How do you know my price range?
yeah, I'm like, how do you know my price range if you never asked what did I do? You never asked where do I work? Nothing. I just walked in here and you told me, let's look at something more in your price range. Like, what do you mean? Like, explain to me how you know what I can afford when I just asked you for what I wanted to go look at.
Mm-hmm.
So there's nothing more, be humble. And
That or just don't jump to conclusions.
well,
Jesus.
well, yeah, and I could see if I walked in and I was being an ass,
Mm-hmm.
but I quite literally said, I hate when people waste my time. I'm not going to waste somebody else's time. So when I see a salesman or saleswoman, I tell them, look, this is what I want. if I like it, I'd like to sit in it. If I don't like the way it feels, that's it. Time is money, and I appreciate your time, but all in all, I'm not here to waste your time. If I'm here, it's because I want to buy something. So she showed me some oh man, this is even the worst. The more I think about it, the worse it gets. But she was showing me some base model F-150s, and she's like, oh, we got 3 of them on the lot, and you can take a look at any of these 3. So I'm not thinking straight, and I'm like, okay, let's just go look at this one. It turns out that I picked the one right next to the Raptor that I wanted to go see. And so she took us in the little go-kart. We went out there, and I'm like, oh, it's right next to the Raptor that I wanted to see. And man, she like rolled her eyes hardcore and just sighed like, oh my God. And there's nothing that bugs me more. With Avery though, I told him, he asked you, he saw the Raptor. And he was asking, is that paint? Is it a wrap? What's... So I told him about the truck, and he said, if you don't mind, how old are you? I said, I'm 23. He said, okay. You want to look at this vehicle, that one, and that one? I said, if possible, I'd like to test drive. He said, no problem. He went inside, grabbed keys, came back outside. We went for test drive. So experiencing yet again one of those things of like, well, this guy's not going to buy anything. He looks weird. Granted, my brother wasn't helping because he was with us today, and he looked like Ken from Street Fighter. So... the vest with the cut off
arms,
sleeves. Yeah. So, and we went back to North Park, Lincoln, and it was the first time, that my mom was, we were looking for a Continental, but in the showroom, they had a Corsair. And it was the first time I ever heard my mom say like she liked the car. So, I waited for, luckily he was working today, and waited for him. He was with another client, and, he finished up, he walked over to us, and I was like, change of plans. I don't want a Continental. We're going to look at a Corsair now. And from there, it was, all right, what color? What price range? What would you like? And so we ended up getting a deal done, and I traded in the Explorer. So we get to go pick it up Monday. So I'm pretty excited. Anybody looking for a vehicle, I would highly recommend North Park, Lincoln. They also have a used lot if Lincoln's not what you like, but they have a bunch of different cars.
You can also get used Lincolns there too.
Yeah, you can get used Lincolns. And so Avery, great guy. I appreciate his professionalism. I appreciate that he didn't treat me different the moment that he heard my age. And I told him that, and he told me he was 25. He goes, hey man, I'm 25 and I get your pain. I understand it. So, he doesn't judge. And I really appreciated that. That's what kind of sets dealerships apart. I think the only time I had service like that was Chaparral Ford. When I bought the Raptor. That's where I bought the Raptor from. And it was kind of funny with that one because they're waiting outside for you to get there. I backed up the car. I got out and they're like, hey, is there anything I can help you with? And it was in the showroom. And I said, that Raptor, I'd like to test drive it. If I like it, I want to talk numbers. I would like to buy it today. Short, sweet, simple. I've never seen a man run so fast for like keys. He's like, you got it. And it was in the showroom. So, I mean, like they even moved it out of where the showroom area was. And I bought it that day. And so I know a lot of people, listen, I don't like dealerships either, but when you can make the process of car shopping enjoyable and not where you're trying to force people to buy something they don't want, because that's one thing I liked is he goes, okay, what color? And then so we'll go out to the lot and he's like, do you like this one? Do you like this one? I said, can I just drive one of them? And then I'll choose what color later or this and that. And, he was helpful throughout the entire, a lot of the other sales, men and women, approached us. Hey, have you been helped? It was a,
you can usually tell the difference between a car lot with a good manager and a car lot with a bad manager.
Yeah. Yeah. And I will say North Park, I was telling my mom this as we were driving back to the house before we came out here to the studio. And I told her, ever since I was a kid, we always passed North Park, Lincoln, and I always thought it was cool that they're at the corner of, San Pedro. I've always wanted to buy a car from them.
That's literally at the corner where I work.
Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. They have that little random house in the parking lot.
Yeah,
like, I've always
looks
wanted
really
to,
small. And
Yeah.
like
San Pedro, where?
San Pedro and 410.
Oh, by North Star?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Like across.
We work like 5 minutes away from each other.
What?
Because I work by San Pedro.
You work on San Pedro
No,
downtown.
you
I work
work
San Pedro
downtown.
and
Yeah.
410.
Oh, it's like 12 minutes.
Oh.
12 minutes.
Okay, y'all
Were you-
both work on San Pedro.
Oh, sorry.
Something
Sorry.
like that.
Sorry. I apologize.
Oh, leaks. He's telling you where he works. He's telling you where he works. But like, the manager came out and he came out talking with us, what's going on, or have y'all been helped? And I think we had 2 different managers come up to us and he's like, how's everybody doing? Do y'all need help? And I still think it's funny because we got the same level of service, even though my brother looked like Ken from Street Fighter. And so, there's other people there kind of dressed up. They're at a Lincoln dealership or, and then you got us completely weird looking, It was a really great experience and I'd recommend them. The two dealerships that are on my radar for like good service was Chaparral Ford in Divine and North Park Lincoln on San Pedro here in San Antonio. So it was nice to see that there was dealerships that that cared because they knew you were making an investment. It wasn't like, oh, just give us money and you'll get a car. Like, you're not buying a stick of bubble gum, it's a big decision.
I mean, it's not even that. Just like treat people like they're human, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Don't just look at me and then judge what I can buy based off how I look. It's
Yeah.
like, for all you know, I could have $1 billion.
I could buy the dealership itself, And so one of the questions that I saw that we have for tonight is if you won the lottery, was that sent in? Was that a sent in question?
That was one of ours.
That was one of ours.
Yeah.
It was, if you won a lottery, what would you do? Now, of course, this is dependent on what the lottery was.
Mm-hmm.
I'm petty sometimes. I would have bought CarMax to fire that lady just to prove a point. And then sold CarMax because I don't need it. But sold it back. But my thing was just, treat people like human beings.
Yeah.
You don't know. One of the most famous stories that I've ever heard, because I used to work at a dealership, was, right. Let me tell the first story that I heard. This was by, I used to work at Hulkcat. And one of the guys I worked with said that his buddy used to work at a dealership. And that there was a man that was there. He smelled really bad, like sewage, right? Nobody wanted to go help him. Nobody wanted to do anything. And his friend was a new salesman. And so everybody else told him, go help that guy or, run him off. Get him, he's scaring our other customers. Well, that guy went up to the man that smelled really bad and was just dirty. And it turns out he owned a plumbing company. He bought 9 vehicles that day. He bought all of the fleet trucks. I think he bought 6 fleet trucks and 3 vans, just panel vans. And so of course everyone's arguing, blah blah blah. I'm training him, so I should get the commission. And I think that guy, the gentleman that bought all the vehicles went to the dealership, the general manager, and told him, this kid gets all of the commission. He goes, nobody else wanted to help me. Like, nobody even wanted to get near me. And, this kid approached me and treated me, fairly and asked, what do I need? And so, I'm thinking it's just a story.
Nah, dog.
But I hear the same exact story when I was working at the dealership. My boss was telling me about a guy that he used to work with. And he told me verbatim the same exact story. So if you hear two completely different people tell you the same story, it's gotta have happened. Like, there's no question about it. And so it's one of those stories where you never know who you're talking to. Mm-hmm. You never know. And I don't even know why I brought that story up, because I'm trying to remember what the original thing was that we were talking about.
Your bro's doing a filibuster.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, but it's I'm on the topic, and it's just I'm remembering memories
to pad
and
the time,
pad the time. We have a 5-minute video. I'm trying to pad it 15. But it was a great. I had a great day. That's all I'll say. You know, North Park Lincoln made my day.
Nice.
So
That's a rare occurrence.
For
That
a dealership?
makes your day.
yeah. So I mean, it's fun. I mean, and of course I give them a hard time. You always got to give the salesman a hard time, or just say things that are out of pocket. Just have fun. Just live in the moment.
Yeah, just be human.
Yeah.
You know? Like, just be human.
So I had a, like I said, I've said it once, I'll say it again. You know, thank you to North Park, Lincoln, and Avery. Shout out to Avery. If you're looking for a car, give him a call, or I don't have his number, but you go to North Park Lincoln, you ask for Avery.
Yeah, no, I've had a few experiences like that, that are good and bad, you know. But
Nice.
it'd be the way it be.
It do be the way it be. So we are now, and I mentioned this last week, but this episode we're gonna kind of keep on with the same theme of asking random questions. The first one was it was the dealership experiences.
Yeah.
And if y'all have any questions, put them in chat, and once we get through a few of our questions, we'll go back and answer the questions in chat. And feel free to answer them yourselves as well. Our first, we're going to do it differently. I'm going to start with the questions from some viewers that were sent in to me. This one is from Mark. What is the most interesting place you've ever visited?
The most interesting place. Is
I got
that
mine. Any place.
any place? You have something in mind?
I'm still trying to think.
So my interesting place, I'll let y'all think. Portland, Maine. When I went up in Maine, and
He did a whole. I thought you. Oh, okay.
What
I'm
did-
thinking
what
you're
you
meaning
say?
like specific place, but yours.
Oh, yeah.
Yours is a city. Okay.
yeah, city. Portland, Maine, specifically downtown. I didn't get to travel a lot to the town or the outskirts. Right, we were right by the water. But downtown Portland, Maine was beautiful, and it was just seeing how different the architecture is from Texas.
Mhm.
The buildings are built differently.
Built different.
Yeah,
Built different.
when we were going to our hotel, we were seeing the neighborhoods, and it was like it looked like a Hallmark card, right?
Uh-huh.
It was stereotypical East Coast.
Stereotypical East Coast, and we went during the fall season, so we got to see
that's
the different
pretty.
colors
Yeah. Okay.
of the you
Seeing
see some
actual
here,
trees?
yes, you see some
Actual-
like trees change
Cheese.
color,
Cheese.
Cheese?
trees
The cheese
change
text.
color here, and but over there it was just like pinks and reds and yellows and oranges, and it was beautiful. And then one thing that I thought was just interesting is that I forgot other states have legalized cannabis, and that threw me off so bad.
You were like, wait,
'Cause-
what?
I'm walking down the street with my coworker, and I look and I'm like, oh, it's a like it has the pharmacy
Yeah.
thing. I'm like, oh, it's like a medical thing. So I look in and I see it sitting on a table, and I'm like, is that allowed? And I looked at my coworker, and he looked at me. He's like, you know, we're not in Texas, right? I was like, oh. And then just seeing like how the roads were built differently, like they're
Yeah.
cobblestone roads. And then one of my favorite parts was that it looked like an old, like not Italian, but like French movie where you're walking down the street and you see like the window. It's like a window with the mesh covering, and you see the chef's cooking.
So if you think about, so I work with buildings,
Mhm.
right?
I collect rocks.
I collect rocks.
I collect rocks too.
The things with the buildings changing as you're moving west.
Mhm.
When you're in Washington D.C. or on the main East Coast, it's all like colonial style buildings. It's all European
Yeah.
because that's where
Yeah, it's-
everything was started. And I think it's really cool seeing how much everything changes as you start moving west.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the really cool things of if you were to go to the East Coast and take a look at the architecture there and then go all the way to, California, two totally different worlds. And I think that's really cool. because it takes away from like the term of placelessness where everything starts to look the same.
Mm-hmm.
But I like that Maine. I'd like to go to
Yes.
Maine to see all the different colors and all that.
I would totally like all of us do a trip out to Maine during.
Let's say that. Did I hear Raptorstrike road trip?
We would have to. So apparently, their on season in Maine is when I went. So prices were high because they call them the people who go. Apparently, this is the thing that people go to see the.
Yeah, it's like it's a tourist attraction.
Yeah,
It's
and they
literally
call
what it
them leaf peepers.
Yeah,
And it's when the leaf
peepers.
peepers come in. But if we were to have waited 2 weeks after we went, prices would have gone down all the way. So if we go late October.
Well, it's a lot better than going to Hawaii and being called a turtle toucher. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
So,
But Maine is beautiful. I highly recommend it.
did you get to see any lighthouses?
Yes, I did see one in the distance.
That's
In the
something that I'd
distance.
like to see in real life, like a real lighthouse.
Real like the
Yeah.
stripe and everything.
Do you have an interesting place you want to talk about?
So have you guys ever been to a sulfur spring?
I have not.
It smells horrible.
Yeah.
It smells horrible. But
Does
in
it
Mexico,
smell like sulfur?
yes, it does.
Okay.
So in Mexico, in the little town where we visit, it's up the mountain. There's a sulfur spring, and it just smells like rotten eggs, right? But it's interesting because the water is just coming out of the ground. And people
Like a
Like a geyser?
yeah.
no, not like a geyser, just like it's like a
just-
stream of
it's just
water
pumping
coming out of the
water
ground.
out of
It's
the
like
ground.
so the area is built on a volcano, and
Dude,
Oh, it's called
came out of the ground.
New York City in the fall around Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It's a
That
good time
sounds
to go.
expensive.
You know that would be cool to go see like Central Park during that time. That would be sick.
That would be cool,
I've never been to New York City.
but
I
it still
have,
sounds
so-
expensive.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay.
I went when I was 13. It was crowded.
I
And
wouldn't doubt it.
honestly, I preferred upstate. I was over there by West Point and it was beautiful.
Says who farted? You said it smells like sulfur.
Like eggs. That's cool.
Interesting place I've been. I would have to say for me the most interesting place I've been has to be like my first time traveling alone and flying and renting a car. When I got this job, they sent me to California, and so I got to actually see downtown San Francisco and go on the Golden Gate Bridge. And so that's one of those I love bridges. He collects rocks. I love bridges. I mean, I think they're really cool. But to finally be able to see downtown and Chinatown, downtown San Francisco, and I took pictures, but it does no justice as to how steep those roads are, because you get to it, and I took the picture, and it looks like it kind of goes straight, but if you're there in person, it goes up. Like, you look like you're about to rocket off into space.
Going wide open, throttle up a hill, and you're doing 5 miles an hour.
Yep. And so I just don't know how people with manual cars do that. I mean, that sounds hardcore. But I actually have, a couple of photos and a video of me driving on the Golden Gate Bridge.
Mhm.
And I hold that memory, pretty special, because it's one of those opportunities that I might have never had until way later on if I
like
decided
tunnels.
to travel.
I like tunnels.
Tunnels? Yeah, and there were tunnels
That's my
before
thing.
and after the Golden Gate.
Mhm.
And I thought that was really unfortunately we don't have any in
Texas.
I like buildings.
Chinatown and San Francisco.
is iconic and epic.
See, I didn't realize I was in Chinatown, because you're driving, you're looking at all the signs, everything's fine, and then a second later everything's in Chinese. and you're like,
Wait, did I just time travel?
how long have I been driving?
Did I just teleport?
I
You just
just-
ended up in China.
Yeah, because everything is a Mandarin or
It's Mandarin.
Cantonese.
Mandarin or Cantonese. Or,
Yeah.
I don't know which one, because I can't tell the difference between the two.
The most common
symbols.
one here in the U.S. is Mandarin.
Mandarin.
Yeah.
And everything's a Mandarin, so it's like all the English out the window. But I would have to say that would be the most interesting place I've been, or maybe interesting is not the right word, but it's one of my core memories, being out in San Francisco, Oakland, California is where I was staying.
Nice. Moving on to our next question. This is another viewer question from Cynthia. If you could invite 2 famous celebrity people to dinner. What happened?
We have in the chat. We have tunnels in Texas, but not for driving.
Yeah. If you can invite 2 famous celebrity people for dinner, living or dead, who would you invite?
Famous. Now, are we talking only Hollywood or?
Famous celebrity people.
Okay, so Hollywood.
Taking music and
Well, not even Hollywood, because Elon Musk is a famous celebrity.
Okay.
just general like fame.
If they're well known. Okay. So like a U.S. president counts.
Yes,
Okay.
I think so.
Do you have an answer?
I know one, and I need to think of the other, but one of them for sure is Gordon Ramsay. He was a
You
big
liked-
part
you like
in
to cook?
cooking.
Yeah.
I learned a lot from his videos, and I didn't like him growing up because he was loud, right, and obnoxious. But older I got, I remember I went back to my old private school for graduation, and one of the guys that I knew there, he was like, "Oh, what are you doing? What are you up to?" And this is when I still wanted to be a chef. I was like, "Yeah, I want to be a chef." He's like, "Whatever you do, never be like Gordon Ramsay," and da da da. And I was like, you know what? Gordon Ramsay has a foul mouth. He's very blunt. He's very vulgar, but he can cook. Like, the dude's a culinary master, you know. So I would say Gordon Ramsay, and along the it would be along the business side. Maybe is going to be a controversial one. Both mine are alive, but probably Jordan Belford, just to see where he felt like he went wrong, what not to do.
Who's that?
Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh.
That's the dude.
Okay.
Oh, the guy that Leonardo DiCaprio plays.
Yes, and I would like to discuss, like, where did he go wrong? What were his tips? What could he have done differently? You know, and he's controversial, and it's pretty bad, the stuff he did. But
Well, the only part about that of asking like where did you go wrong is he would have to understand he did wrong.
yeah,
But if he doesn't understand he did wrong, then the point is moot.
yeah.
You know.
I read his book, Way of the Wolf. I don't know if you've heard of that one.
I haven't seen the movie. I just I haven't read the book. I haven't seen the movie.
The
But
mo-
he was basically selling stock for
He was doing pump and dumps. If y'all have ever heard of that.
Yeah.
no.
So what it is you get these. They're called penny stocks or OTCs, and they're basically crap companies.
Worth nothing.
Right? Yeah. And they go and they call people and selling them like, oh, these are amazing companies, da da da. But what they don't know is that they're making money 2 ways. With penny stocks, you get 50% commission. Usually, blue chip stocks, you're making 1 to 2%. With penny stocks, you're making 50%. So if you sell 2,000, you get 1,000. Sell 2 million, you get 1 million.
Okay.
Right? The other way they were doing it is that they were pumping money from their own pockets into these worthless companies, and then making the price rise by telling people to buy them, and then they just dump. So the pump and dump, right?
So they inflate the cost of it, so that
Which
way
is
they
highly
they
illegal.
could sell.
Yes,
Okay.
highly illegal, because that's market
You
manipulation.
see that done a lot in crypto.
Yes, and it's one of those things that if you're on the outside looking in and you can recognize that, people make money off of it. But if you're the one moving the markets, well, market movers aren't bad, like, seen as illegal. But if you're the one doing market manipulation,
Doing it on purpose.
yeah,
Okay. For your benefit.
it's weird. It's where the Wall Street people are like,
It's the gray area.
if it's us, we're market movers. If it's them, they're market manipulators, type of deal. So same thing, different ends of coin. But I think Jordan Belfort, just like as a business person, I would want to sit down and talk to him.
So your two were Gordon Ramsay and
Jordan Belfort.
Jordan Belfort. Your two?
Probably Vicente Fernandez.
Oh, how did I know? I don't remember. That wasn't even.
That's
I know.
not even a
Y'all
song.
haven't heard the AI version of that?
No.
It's
No.
actually pretty sick.
And
Vicente Fernandez and
I honestly can't think of another one.
no. I don't really keep up with like famous people is my problem.
Yeah, like that's
Well, there isn't someone. I mean, Carol Shelby was famous, and it's living or dead.
Okay.
and then Hennessy to tell him to stop blowing up cars.
John Hennessy.
Yeah, John Hennessy.
Over some McDonald's.
I'd want to pick the most random people I can think of. I'd like to sit and talk to Snoop Dogg.
You know, that would
Because
be fun.
Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart.
He's made it to a point in his career where
He's
he
just
just
doing
does side
side
quests.
missions.
Like he doesn't even have to do anything anymore.
It's
You
like
remember-
Shaq.
You know what? Snoop Dogg and Shaq. Those are the two people I
Do you
want to
remember
meet.
when Snoop Dogg was doing streaming? That was
Yeah,
hilarious.
Dude, like the thing with Martha Stewart that he does.
No, I don't know if he's like partnered or he owns part of it, but Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg on Bic, where they're selling
yeah.
the
lighters.
The lighter.
They're like, oh, you
Yeah.
can use it to light your candles. And then you see Snoop Dogg and other stuff.
Yeah, and
Yes.
other stuff. Did I just see a
I
chat
think
go
he
in there?
accidentally
Anthony
sent it.
Okay.
Bourdain?
Anthony Bourdain is
Who dat?
really cool. He's a
He's like is he another chef or he's like a travel?
I don't think he's known as a chef, but he's a food critic or
Okay.
a food reviewer.
Yeah.
Kind of like Andrew Zimmerman, if you remember
I just
Weird
knew that.
Eats.
I just knew that he would travel a lot.
Bizarre Foods. Yeah. Or he's kind of, I don't know if you put him on the same as a Man vs. Food, but he would travel a lot and he would he was very well known and proclaimed in the food industry.
I was gonna choose JFK until Leo said it, and so I had to change my answer. I had to change my answer.
Snoop Dogg and Shaq.
But I think Snoop Dogg and Shaq would be the two funniest people for me to meet, because at that point you can like just ask them about different opinions. Like I would ask them what they thought of this. I think Snoop Dogg would be for it, because at this point he doesn't care. Like, but with Shaq, did y'all know that Shaq was when he was younger he was here in San Antonio,
No.
Lackland Air Force Base.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
So they have a couple of stories of him of like a local store that would help him get shoes because he had just too
Yeah, he's a huge person.
yeah. So like he needed custom shoes. Hispanic Elvis. I always wondered what he was thinking. Oh, from San Antonio. You never heard of Hispanic Elvis? He passed away last year
I don't
or
know.
2 years ago.
I never heard of that guy.
No.
No.
Oh, Joey's gonna look him up.
That's interesting. I can't throw it
Oh,
onto the
here you go.
screen.
My bad. As you can tell. There you go.
It's on the other side.
Whack.
Close the tabs, close the tabs.
leak.
Not this time.
Straight to the basement.
Billy.
Straight to the basement, Joey. With whatever tabs you had open. No. I was hoping for a laugh. Thanks.
I don't know.
That's
okay.
him. He was always around during Fiesta. There were times where he would stand in a spot and just stand so still that I thought he was a statue. And then I saw him moving, and it would scare the crap out of me.
That's fine.
But yeah, he's like a Mexican Elvis, Hispanic Elvis.
Hans Zimmer, yeah. That's a good one.
Was a fixture in the market square. Yeah. Hans Zimmer.
He's the guy that composed the music to like Interstellar and a whole bunch of other movies. He's a movie composer.
He passed away? Or he's still
No, he's still
And
alive.
DJ Party Riser.
Music related.
Gotcha. Okay.
On brand.
Good job.
Thank you, DJ.
Thank you, DJ. Oh, he's actually going to start making an album. DJ
Ooh.
Local Amp.
Looking
So
forward to that.
he's going to put an album together and he's going to release it. And so we're excited for that. Let us know when that release date is and we'll share it here on the podcast.
Yeah.
That way people can hear about it.
Next
or
question.
go
Let
listen
us know
to
where
it.
we can buy it too.
Yes.
I don't know if he's selling that.
If he is.
Oh,
If he is,
we'll buy one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next question. Another viewer question comes from Alina. If you had an alternate life, what do you imagine it would consist of? Job, style, hobbies, etc.
Oh.
Alternate life.
Alternate life.
As in?
As in we live in the same area. It's just a different version of you. Is it bad that I have like this answer ready?
I have mine ready.
Do you have yours ready? Or you'll have to think about
I
it.
have to think about it. So you guys go for me.
You want to go? Want me go first?
You go first, yeah.
I think that, because the way I interpret this question is that you kind of go back to your younger years, and if you would have decided something else, what would have happened? Right? That key point of you choose this over this, academics over this.
So is it a you choose, or your environment was different?
Just I'm taking it as like one crucial moment that could have changed your
Basically, where that fork in the road could have led you.
Yeah, like if you were like if when you were 12 and your parents decided to move, what if they didn't? You know, if you decided to visit this place instead of here, what would have happened? That's the way I'm kind of envisioning it.
I'm answering it as for me, my answer's environment. Like we're in the same environment but just different situations.
I want to be a rock, Leo. I think I could have been an athlete at some point. It doesn't look like it, right? But you
didn't have to add that detail
because you looked at me.
You didn't have to add that detail.
Smiling.
Okay.
Because sports was a big part growing up, and I used to be I was a decent basketball player for like 5 years up until freshman year of high school. I took to skateboarding pretty well too. I used to do that a lot, and then even powerlifting, I was pretty good. I was I never pushed myself, and I never understood, like, I never grasped for the longest time grasped the concept of hard work. Like in school, I was top 5% in high school. I graduated college with honors, but all of those came pretty easy, and because it was an academic thing. Like academics wasn't hard. I just went to class and got the A, right? So that kind of goes to
this guy. He's like, I just went to class.
It was one of those things that I never tried, and that kind of translated to.
He said he's better than us.
I never tried, and it translated to other things. I never pushed myself in basketball. I never pushed myself in skateboarding. I never pushed myself in powerlifting. It wasn't until recently that I had long nights and like Raptorstrike. I mean, y'all know this. I'm up late hours at night trying to do merch, trying to do other things. But I would have, I would have had this opportunity 5 years ago, I wouldn't have done that, because it was just like, I'll do it later. I don't have to work for it. But I think that to answer this question, I think I could have been either a pro powerlifter or a pro skateboarder. And I think the style would have changed from like, I don't know, I feel like I don't have a style. I mean, I just wear whatever, and I can wear whatever, you know?
I mean, not whatever. If you showed up at my house in a Speedo,
I'd still rock it.
We're fighting. You're gonna get struck, dog. You're gonna get struck.
But I think that would have been different. I think I wouldn't have gone to college. I think I would have just focused on sports and sponsorships.
Well, I mean, if you were focused on sports, you could have gotten an offer.
Yeah, I could have gotten an offer.
That's one of the things that.
Yeah. And then jobs, hobbies. I mean, I feel like my hobbies would have stayed the same because my hobbies stem from my dad, right? And I think he would have had the same hobbies. I mean, I like fishing, I like cooking. I still enjoy reading, you know, even though I can't read. I look at the pretty pictures. But I think in another life I could have been an athlete.
Okay, cool. Well, mine's not all sunshine and rainbows like his was. I'm thinking in like the serious sense, but I forgot to mention this early on. For a lot of the questions, if you're comfortable enough there in the chat and you're watching, feel free to answer yourself. Or ask a question, throw a question in here for us to answer off the cuff. For me, going based off of the environment that I grew up in, and I don't mean like in my household, I mean in the area that I grew up in, you know, I know I joke around a lot, and I'm like, man, if in another life I'm rich, or I'm this, or I'm that. Honestly speaking, I think I am living my best life, and it's taken a few years to understand that and to kind of realize it. But I feel in a different universe where I had parents that really didn't care, or, you know, didn't try to keep us down a right path. You know, we lived in an area that was high gang, high drug, it's the South Side. It is what it is. You know, I think if I had less willpower to ignore what was happening, outside, or I'd probably be dead. Because even how I act now, it's just you go all the way or you don't do it at all. So if I had gotten persuaded to be in the streets, I don't think I'd be here, because it's everything or nothing. So that's a short answer, but it's the truth. So I think I'm coming around to understanding, like, I am in my best life. You might not always feel that way from time to time, but it's the truth. And it's sometimes the truth that you don't want to admit. But I think I've had a lot of great opportunity, and I've had a lot of luck. That's what I chalk it up to, So yeah, I think in another world, I'd be in the ground somewhere, whether at a tombstone or in the middle of a field. Who knows? Yep. But I think that's my. For me, I don't want to imagine that there is a better timeline. If I want that better timeline, I'm gonna make it as I'm here on Earth. Mm-hmm. And so that's just what I want to, share with Raptorstrike. Just live your best life, live in the moment, and have some fun when you should have fun.
Do what you can do with what you got.
Yeah, what you. I mean, you're here for such a limited time. Make it something. Mm-hmm. Don't just be another NPC walking around. So yeah, unfortunately, it's a weird thing to bring up, but in another life, I'm doing far worse. I'm doing far worse. So
look here, Krillin, sir. That's what makes it the best life on this earth.
Like eating Subway.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
I stand firm on, if you hate Subway, it's your own fault.
It's your fault.
Yeah. It's not only the South Side; it's all over, and it's easy to fall into the wrong crowd.
Oh yeah, definitely.
it's that exactly.
I think the stereotype is South Side. Yeah.
But
it's hard. It's especially being like a Latino dude. It's one of my biggest things, right? Because I didn't want to fall into that crowd, or I had friends like, come on, like, let's just do it. I didn't want to be a statistic. I didn't want to just be a number, because so many Hispanic men and Latino men, Chicano men, Mexican men, it's like drugs, gangs, all that. It's like, I'm not going to be a number. I'm not going to be someone on KSAT. I'm not going to be another, like, oh, crime rate is up this % because of me, or whatever. That's what drove me away from those type of crowds.
Yeah. And on a lighter note, Sal.
And on a more boring note, honestly, if I didn't work in IT, I'd probably be driving trucks.
That's not bad. Not bad.
But yeah.
Okay. His is more short, sweet. Instead of working on computers, I'd be driving a truck. Makes sense.
Next question.
Okay.
What is on your bucket list?
It's never ending, man.
So one thing for me that is going to be a milestone. Man, I actually have like 3. You have like Boeing Center. That's going to be a big one,
Let's make it personal bucket list.
Personal bucket list.
Not a Raptorstrike bucket list.
Well, that's my. Yeah, I know what you mean.
You gotta have dreams of
Let's
your
try
own.
and separate Raptorstrike.
The LC is another one, but that's just going to be a car that I want to own. I think it's going to be getting my dad out to Maine. I know I always say Maine, but that's one of the big places that was the first time I traveled out of state for work.
Your mom's gonna be in the chat like, what about me?
Oh no, she has to hear. But I think
hold down the fort.
Getting family out to Maine, like my dad and my grandmother, and like my mom. Okay.
Include your mom. Why be mean?
A family in general, but it's like,
there you go.
Because I went to Wisconsin with my mom, so she got the out of state experience, and my dad's never. He hasn't been out of state in like 25 years.
Okay.
And my grandma too, like being able to take all them. And,
Mom, I'm sorry, you're staying home.
But
you've already been out of state. You're staying home.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I think it would just be cool, especially my dad, because the only ocean we've seen that's not even the ocean, it's the bay of Corpus that he's ever really experienced. I mean, we've been to Galveston and all that, but I want to take him to see the Atlantic. Like I know he's watching. Stop watching.
Stop watching.
Just to be able to see him, like, see the Atlantic, see his face light up, eat. I mean, like, food is a big part of our lives, obviously, but just being able to get him a lobster roll from Maine, like, that's on my bucket list.
Okay. Cool. You got something on your bucket list?
Go to all 7 continents.
All 7 continents. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, step foot on all of them.
Got it. That's a cool one, man. Mine sounds lame. I should have went after him.
Go for it.
God, I had it and I lost it.
Oof.
Bucket list.
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 Okay. I got it. I don't got it. I was just saying.
This dude.
I don't got it.
Is it car related?
I don't.
Pick one.
Just grab something out of the list.
Hold on. Parachuting. I don't know.
Parachuting?
I'd like to go parachuting. That's on my
I don't know,
bucket
man.
list.
I don't want to step out of a working airplane.
I'll step out of a working airplane.
I don't know if I do that.
Yeah, parachuting maybe. I'm trying to think of something I haven't done. Like something on my bucket list.
2 Raptors.
Own 2 Raptors.
Yeah,
no, one thing that was on my bucket list was that I've done is drive a Lamborghini on a racetrack. I got to do that.
I thought you did was it was a Aventador, right?
A Huracan STO.
Okay.
Yeah.
For some reason I thought it was a McLaren.
My dad I got my dad the McLaren.
Okay.
My dad got the race car McLaren. Like no
Like the full on
like
GT
serial number. That's it. No VIN number, no nothing.
No AC.
My mom said taking me to New York. Lobster roll in Maine. I concur. So where's the best lobster roll, Leo?
I went to the porthole over there at
The where? You went where?
So
Porthole.
we went there and I got 3 jumbo shrimp and it was very expensive. It was $15 for just 3 shrimp, but it was during that season. It tastes different. Tastes completely different than here.
Seafood on the East Coast is completely different.
It's so good.
I concur.
I had seafood.
And this dude doesn't like seafood.
Despite me not liking seafood,
Yeah.
I do have to say it tastes different.
I'm late. I just got home from work, guys, but I couldn't wait to see you.
For some reason, I read New York. I was like, no, I just got home from New York.
Oh,
I was like,
He went,
thank you. We're glad you're watching.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah. God, I'm lame. Okay.
Porthole.
The porthole. Yes, it was good. I asked for sweet tea and they looked at me funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That'll happen.
Yeah,
but
that
I
doesn't
saw
exist.
real snow in DC. You know, it looked like I was inside a snow globe. It looked
you
so
saw
weird.
falling snow?
Yeah, like
I did see
like falling snow.
Honestly, when I went to Wisconsin, I got to see falling snow once. I think while we were there, it snowed. I will say I loved snow before I went to Wisconsin.
Before you had to drive in it?
No, before I had to. No, I didn't get to drive. Before I had to shovel it off the driveway so we can leave.
That's my bucket list. Oh. What exactly is your bucket list?
That's. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, if you can put that in the.
But
Yeah, if you can put that-
maybe like the Lamborghini driving a Lambo.
We're visiting the porthole.
The portal.
Seeing the porthole.
What was I talking about? Oh, snow. Having to shovel the snow off the driveway so we could leave. That was rough.
You didn't like that?
In boots.
That's why snowblowers exist.
Well, we didn't have. Well, we got through like a quarter of it, and then the neighbor across the street came over with his blower and was like,
His
"I
leaf
got
blower?
you, dog." His leaf blower. And he's like, "No, I got you." Really nice people.
Or
The
flamethrowers.
accents were different. It was pretty cool.
I've noticed that when you travel and you're used to like Texas
You
mannerisms.
notice your accent when you're somewhere else.
I didn't notice that.
I've said this before, but I spent 2 months in Florida. Actually, technically 3 months if you put them all together. In Florida, and people point out very fast that you're not
Yeah.
from there. The girls were a lot nicer. The girls were a lot nicer. I'll say that. In the sense that they were nice to me. Not that they looked nicer. I'm just saying they were nice.
This dude, you did not have to.
You didn't have to point that out.
I did. I had to, because if
You
I say
could've-
they were nicer, then some people might say like,
you could have
what's wrong
followed
with
that up
Texas
with
girls?
the guys weren't as nice, and then context.
The guys weren't as nice. No, everybody was about the same.
This dude.
Anyways, I'm sticking to it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to
This
it.
dude.
Um,
But your accent.
I lost my train of thought. Thanks.
Your
Thanks,
accent.
Joey. Yeah, they caught it from my accent, and like, I never noticed I had an accent.
Well,
Mine
And-
comes out a little bit.
you don't until you're somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah. But like the mannerisms are different. So if you ask someone like, "Hey, how's it going?" and like you don't know them, they're more standoffish in the sense of like, well, "Why do you care?"
Why?
And you're like, "Oh, hey, I'm just
How y'all doing?
asking." You know, like
Asking for a friend.
like I've had someone say like, well, "Why do you ask?" Like, what does it have to do?
It's just a
I'm
thing.
just being formal, man. Like,
I think that's a thing to like.
so they're like, "You're not from here, are you?" Like, no, I'm not.
not from around here,
Yeah,
are you?
You're not from these parts.
You're not from around these parts.
Yeah.
There ain't room in this state for the
I know.
two of us, partner.
I know my uncle from Wisconsin. I went up when we went to Wisconsin. I brought my boots because I was like, if we're gonna be in snow, I'm gonna bring my
got my
Texas
boots.
repellent,
I got
right?
my hat.
And we come inside on the first day, and I put my boots by their laundry area, right?
Mhm.
And he goes and I see him walking. He looks and then he stops. He just looks at the boots. He's like, "Did you bring these?"
What are those?
And I was like, "Yeah."
are those?
And he was like, "Texas, man."
Yeah.
And then for the whole trip, I was helping him get some furniture while we were up there. And he was like, "Come on, Texas, you can't." Like when I would slip on the ice, he was like,
Oh,
"Come on,
man.
Texas."
Er-
I slipped like twice.
Oh, you know what? Thanks,
Japan!
Thanks, Leo,
Hop on.
for the save. A bucket list is I would like to visit Japan.
That's on my list too.
My bad.
But yeah, he was like, "Come on, Texas."
When you so on my hard hat I have a Texas flag. So when I travel for work, a lot of people are like, "That's how you know something hit the fan," when they had to call Big Tex. So you just get called Tex wherever you go because now I have the flag. But you mentioned the boots, and I did a job in DC, which was one of the biggest ones that my company's ever done. We pulled from five different offices throughout the country, and we had 20 people there. Everyone had lace-up boots except for me. I had the cowboy boots.
You had the Luke Casey.
My
the
Luke
Texas.
Casey work
I
boots.
still want some.
Hey, everybody gives me a tough time,
I
a
think
rough
they're
time.
cool.
But they're like the only safety boot that comes with a point. Like all the others are square toe or round.
I'd much prefer square toe.
I don't.
I prefer the point.
I prefer the
You
point.
prefer pointed
So
toe?
Luke Casey has the square toe or the point, but it's a squared point or
I like
forgot
the
what
Yeah,
heel.
it's like a cutoff.
Yeah,
point,
yeah.
A snip toe, is that what they call it?
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
I like the heel on the Luke Casey's. But you're saying you came up in your Luke Casey's and what?
I went to Florida, and they have a Whataburger there. I judged it so hard because it wasn't Texas Whataburger.
It's like, why is this here?
Wait, where in Florida was there a Whataburger?
I think it's up north near the little handle thingy.
Oh, like the closest part to Louisiana?
Yeah.
Is it Louisiana, Florida?
I
Or
would
is
Google
Louisiana
it, but I don't have my
something
laptop.
Because it's Louisiana.
No, it's Louisiana,
Georgia and
is it Mississippi then Georgia? Because isn't the
it's
Mississippi
Mississippi and Georgia.
For some reason, I thought it was Texas, Louisiana, Florida.
Texas, Louisiana, Florida.
I never looked at a map.
Guy,
No.
my guy,
Texas, baby, that's all that matters.
missed some geography
driven-
classes.
I've driven that for I-10 Florida to Texas 3 times. Jacksonville area. Okay, so up north.
Yeah, up north.
Yeah, I was.
I know there's a Buc-ee's in Arizona, and I'll judge it. I'll do it. I'll do it live.
But there's a Buc-ee's in Tennessee too, isn't there?
Yeah, we don't talk about those.
Yeah, we
My uncle went to that one. He was like, it's
There's
huge.
There's an HEB in Mexico.
Oh yeah. No, there's like 50 HEBs in Mexico.
Really?
Yeah.
We don't claim those.
They're honestly nicer than the ones here.
No.
What is that? JRB? Was
They
it?
just call them HEB.
I'm just saying. Say it in
Eche.
Spanish.
What that is
J.
J.
My bad. You just wanted to I hear the H, man.
He's like J-E-R.
Hey, when I laugh, I say ha ha ha. Okay, I don't say ja. Ja, 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 ja.
H-E-B.
H-E-B.
Walmart.
Walmart.
Gualma.
There's one in Florida too. Wait,
The H-E-B?
H-E-B or
Bucky's.
oh yeah,
Bucky's.
there's a Bucky's in it.
Okay, so
There's a Bucky's in H-E-B.
I thought she was repeating herself about Whataburger. Bucky's in Kentucky, couldn't tell the difference.
You're a Bucky's in Kentucky.
That's what she said. Anyways,
So, next question. What favorite movie or show do you keep rewatching? I know yours.
what's mine?
Fire Force.
Okay, so I have a show and a movie.
What's the movie?
Taxi.
I still haven't seen it.
2004
I haven't seen
with Queen Latifah and Jimmy
guy.
Fallon. I've based my entire personality across that movie. I love it. Y'all need to watch it.
What's yours though, Joey? Sorry.
Trying to think. So,
I feel like it's
I
a
have a
trick.
comfort
But what does
show.
HEB stand for, DJ?
oh, who said that?
DJ Local.
Howardy Butt or Here Everything's Better? No store does more than my HEB. So,
Leo said
I-
Blazing Saddles.
so so that I keep rewatching probably Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer?
Or I keep like just for the visuals, but another one is like for some reason when I'm sick, I always watch Justice League.
Like the
Not the show, the animated show. Like for some reason
the more recent movie.
No, the animated show back in like 2000 something.
Okay.
Justice League Unlimited to be specific, or any of the Batman games, but that's not a show, so I don't count those. For some reason, I don't watch the Justice League show throughout the whole year, but when I'm sick and I'm curled up in bed, I put on the Justice League Unlimited show, and I don't know why, but it's just like
It just
comfort.
happens.
Yeah, it just comfort.
Y'all know what HEB stands for?
Here, everything's better.
No, Hispanic Employment Bureau.
Yes, yes, that's so true.
I will
They
say,
didn't hire
I'll
me,
say
though.
when I'm sick, I watch the Helpful Fox Senko. Have you seen that one? The Helpful Fox.
Is that the stop motion one?
No, it's an anime.
That's Mr. Incredible, Mr. Fox or something like that.
Oh, that's what he's
Senko-san.
saying. Yeah. Well, I'm talking the English translation of it.
Well, it's Helpful Fox Senko-san.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
It says. What is this?
That one is I don't know. It's a cute little anime. It's like the main character is just this guy's that are exhausted from work, and it's a little fox that like helps him out with chores and stuff. B movie, The Car. You know what? Sergeant Hood told me about him. So we have Lilo and Stitch from Megan
The
for
only
her
thing that
favorite
pops
movie.
in when you say B movie is
The B
the
movie.
B movie.
The B movie. I've never seen The Car.
Is it the 77 one? 1977?
More than likely.
Because there's another one that says The Car Road to Revenge, but it looks like a horror movie.
I'm gonna guess well, he put The Car, so
It's the same. Oh, yeah. True.
okay. I believe it's American Graffiti. Have y'all seen that movie?
No.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's another movie y'all need to watch. I forget what year it's set in, but they're just in the main strip of
it's a
the
horror
town,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just driving up and down. It's like the year of graduation or
Say
something like, or
American-
the day
American Graffiti?
of American Graffiti. Yeah, that's a movie that Sergeant Hood told me to watch, and I think it's
I
hilarious.
might have it on VHS.
It's a great movie. I think it's a great movie.
1973?
Yeah. I forgot who directed it though. That's the one that.
Oh, it's George Lucas.
Yeah, it's a
What
George
time is it?
George Lucas movie.
9:23.
It's time for you to get a watch.
No, my computer died.
New record.
Are you serious?
So you're saying
New record.
What time is it?
923.
American Graffiti is it's a great movie. It's a little hard to keep track of, but it's all one night. It's just one night, and That's the one where like that yellow 32, that famous yellow 32 Ford hot rod. That's where that movie's from, or that car's from. I think there's a scene where I think the female actress messed up her line, but I think they left it in the movie. But she's yelling like an insult to somebody else's car, and she's like, "Your car's uglier than I am." But she gets back into the car because she leaned out the window, and they look at each other like, I think she realized what she said. I'm not sure if that was a mistake and they left it in, or that was what was written, but the worst insult, the worst insult ever. Do you have a favorite movie?
So it's 2 movies.
Super fast.
Kill Bill.
Oh God, no. No, it's Interstellar.
Interstellar. You
I
talk
still
about that
haven't
one a
watched
lot.
it.
Yeah, I
You
do.
talk about that one a lot.
And then Back to the Future, the trilogy.
You do like Back to the
I like
Future.
the third one.
So it's 4 movies.
4 movies, yes.
I haven't seen Interstellar.
Interstellar's amazing. You need to watch it.
But the third the third Back to the Future is my favorite movie. That whenever it's on, I will sit down and watch it.
Third Back to the Future.
She'll call it Time of Death. 9:23. Rip Joey's laptop.
Yeah. Till next week. Nice.
I also like My Dress Up Darling.
That's another one I go back to a lot.
That's my favorite. That's one of my favorites. That one's one of those feel good ones because it's like there are good people in this world.
They're good people in anime.
It's what?
They're good people in anime.
I mean what? Anyways, It's a Wonderful Life. Have y'all seen that movie?
Yes.
No. That's
Is
another
that
movie that
Christmas one.
yeah.
It's a Christmas.
It's based in Christmas.
They treat it as a Christmas
Die Hard is
movie.
a Christmas movie.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I don't know what you're talking about.
I really enjoyed It's a Wonderful Life. We watch that one every year during Christmas. I think it's just a good reminder of be grateful where you are and of life. You know, you don't realize a lot of stuff that you have until it's gone. Next question.
Next question. Going on to our next question. What is the food? The food is weird. What is the weirdest food combination that you like? Weirdest food combination.
Have you ever eaten an apple and sun chips together?
No.
No. Oh, I don't like sun chips.
Is it good?
It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
They're the
Okay.
D tier.
Like if you were to D tier, those are S tier.
No,
man.
they're not.
All of
Sun
them.
chips, dude, they're the best.
The blue, orange, red, and green bag, all in S tier.
Baked chips are not good. I don't know what you're talking
Dude,
about.
I love baked Lays.
Jail.
Bro,
Straight to jail.
you cannot say that
It's
if there
just
is
salty
if
cardboard, and I
there's-
love it.
That's good. What's it called? Sun chips versus or orange sun chips versus
The cheddar
Ruffles
ones.
sour cream and onions. Game over. Ruffles wins.
Ruffles loses.
Ruffles is
What?
too oily.
You're too oily.
Although you have a point.
You have
Or
a point
even
there.
Even Lay's sour cream and onion.
Nah.
Nah.
I'd rather the sun chips French onion over the sour cream and onion.
Yes, that.
I've never had those.
They're good.
Oh, or the
So
French.
you
onion.
like all the sun chips?
Yeah, I do.
No.
High five.
No.
That was
Yeah,
crispy.
give me a high five.
I wish we could have
They're
got that.
not good.
And you know what? I'll give you a high five too, so you don't get left out. No. Give me a real high five for My Dress Up Darling.
There you
Yeah.
go. That was
Yeah.
crispy too.
Okay.
Sal?
Dorks.
Mine is potato salad and barbecue sauce.
Potato salad and
Potato
barbecue
sa-
sauce.
Or gravy.
I've seen you do
No,
that.
no.
I've seen you do that.
The gravy one. Have you really?
Yeah, at my house.
Yeah. Potato salad, barbecue sauce, or the Velveeta cheese shells and gravy.
Okay. This isn't me, but Athena loves ketchup and macaroni
Yeah.
and the kids' meal Whataburger with cheese, and she puts fruit snacks on it.
Turkey wrap?
Hold on. Is it all together? Am I reading this wrong?
No, it's two different things.
Okay.
It's, ketchup and macaroni is one thing.
You got Leo's response.
Look here, Subway boy.
Gag.
So ketchup and macaroni. What is he saying it for? I said like two things.
I don't think he's talking about. I don't know. Who are you talking about, Leo?
And then the Whataburger with cheese, then fruit snacks in it.
I think I think I've seen my brother with the ketchup and macaroni, but it's because he's eating like chicken tenders and it's next to each other.
I had a cousin that would put. I don't think she still does, but she would put ketchup on everything. The weirdest thing I've seen her put ketchup on tamales. She would put ketchup on
My
her
brother
tamales.
does that. My brother does that.
They're both weird. And rice. She would do it on rice too.
I don't know. Okay. The kids meal Whataburger with cheese, and she puts fruit snacks on it. Are we talking like the gummy fruit snacks?
Yes.
Like you would put chips in a burger or chips in a sandwich.
All of Joy's choices.
He doesn't like Subway. His opinion is invalid.
Yeah, his opinion's invalid.
Leo, I need something from you that's things that don't go together, but you eat.
He says Subway.
DT Map says turkey wrap dipped in crema. That's not that bad because that's
Normal.
sour cream.
Yeah,
Turkey wrap.
That's table cream.
Table cream?
Table cream is different than sour cream.
Is it made out of tables?
No,
I saw that one coming.
What's
I saw that one
It's
coming.
liquidy.
So is sour cream.
Sour cream's more thick.
With
Just
three.
like
with me.
Yeah.
Sal, anything?
Sour cream.
everything I eat is boring.
She said it's less work to eat them all together.
I mean, when you think about it in a nutritional standpoint, it's pretty good.
Gotta be
I don't know. Efficient maybe,
It's
but nutritional
No, you
maybe
put
not.
all your nutrition into one. It's not gonna taste good, but you just eat it and you're good to go for the day.
Where is Whataburger with cheese and fruit snacks nutritional?
The kids' meals. I don't know.
You said turkey wrap. What?
No cream on for dipping fruit.
No,
The cream for what?
Oh, in cream, not crema. Oh, that
So you're the one that made it racist. Why are you reading it like
I didn't say creme.
you said crema?
But I thought I can't see
The cream for dipping fruit.
that cream, that sweet cream.
You're not helping.
You mean yogurt?
No, it's not yogurt. It's this. I know what you're talking. I don't have my. You need to look it up.
Hold on, are you telling me that this is gonna be the thing that we're talking about?
The rest of the
This is where the chat gets included. Everyone's trying to figure out.
I'm telling you, food brings people together.
What's yours? What's yours?
weird combo?
Yeah, you never said. Is it whipped cream? Oh, you mean whipped cream?
No, it's not whipped cream.
Oh no, that was Megan that said.
No,
my bad.
it's that you get that package and then you have the cream and then you have. It's like you get the apple.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're gonna have.
You're not helping.
You
Okay.
do this.
What's the?
I feel like Sal's is drink related.
Pizza and ranch.
That's not weird.
I don't see that.
No, I'm
as
sorry,
weird.
ketchup. Sorry.
Oh, that's weird.
Wait. You eat pizza with? I've never seen you eat pizza with.
So
ketchup. He's like, that's because when I'm by myself, boy dinner.
Boy dinner.
So when I was in high school, I used to get the pizza, right? Because they had that option, and then I'd grab the ketchup packet and just pour it on the pizza.
But doesn't it have ketchup
you don't.
already?
But you don't do that.
No,
at-
that's a
It's
different sauce.
marinara
dog. It's
sauce.
marinara
any-
It's the same
so
thing.
hold on. You don't do that anymore.
No.
I've never seen you do that anymore.
So the pizza at the school is blunt.
So did you? So did you do that because you thought it made you cool?
No, I did not. I did it because the pizza tasted horrible.
Why would you get it?
Because it was the only option that I liked.
Yeah, it's a Jason's Deli.
Jason's Deli turkey wrap and fruit. It comes with cream for the fruit to be dipped in. Okay, so it's like a sweet. It's supposed to be like a sweet
I
and
know what he's.
it's a sweet sauce. Okay,
I
okay.
just noticed that cream was spelled differently.
Sweet sauce. But
Okay.
yeah, that's my weird combo is pizza and
I like
ketchup.
pizza and barbecue sauce.
I don't know.
that
I don't know
stuff?
what. I don't know what. Maybe
It's like a sweet.
it's basically yogurt.
It's yogurt.
It's
You're
yogurt.
yogurt.
It's yogurt.
I like anything with barbecue sauce.
So there I was. Barbecue.
Hey, yo, chill. Yo, chill.
Okay, next. question.
Demonetized.
Next question.
Okay.
No, but really, a apple with the original sun chip.
I'll try that.
Like bite one and then put it, eat a chip.
All right.
Yeah,
then-
and it's like sweet and salty.
Y'all ready for this?
Interesting.
Y'all ready for this?
Okay.
No.
What kind of ice cream is your favorite? If you say anything other than cookies and cream, you're wrong.
They sell it or they have it again at HEB. I haven't tried it to see if it tastes the same, but instead of like mint chocolate chip, it's mint and cookies and cream.
What?
I don't like mint.
I like mint. I don't like. I can't have spearmint because like I'm allergic to it. But if I have bad allergies, I'll chew spearmint gum to like counteract. It's like PEMDAS. They cancel each other out. But mint cookies and cream. Yeah.
For a while, Bluebell had this one. It was cookies and cream
And cookie dough.
And cookie dough.
The Texas two-step or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Noah Trumpet is.
We're
What?
here talking about apples and some chips being nutritious.
Oh.
And it's gone.
Better than
Oh.
Whataburger.
We leak.
Oh God, W.
She deleted it.
Wait, which one? Are you talking about cookies and cream? I like cookie dough too. Cookies and cream, cookie dough, and birthday cake ice cream.
I can't do the birthday cake.
It's too sweet.
I'm not. I like I think they call it like the 1907 vanilla ice cream.
It's like the really sweet one.
Heavy vanilla. Yeah.
I've never had that one.
No.
I like vanilla.
It's more yellow than it is white.
I know what you're talking about.
Rocky Road. Yep. Rocky Road.
That was
Good
good.
choice. Good choice.
Ice cream.
So,
Did you give it an answer?
Yeah, the Texas two-step.
Oh,
one.
my bad. Yeah.
Oh.
I like that one too. Yeah.
man, everything's getting deleted.
Dang.
What is your favorite food?
Dr. Pepper.
ice cream.
I've never seen that.
I've seen the Dr. Pepper milkshake, and I didn't like
I
it.
refuse to try it.
I didn't like
I
it.
never tried it.
I don't like Dr.
Tastes like
Pepper to
chemicals.
start with.
You don't like Dr. Pepper?
Dr. Pepper just tastes like chemicals.
Okay.
That's how I feel about Coke.
About Coke.
I can't drink Coke. I don't like Coke.
Okay.
Coke just
I'd have
tastes like
Pepsi or
generic soda.
RC over Coke. It just did that. Oh.
Next question.
What's your favorite food?
Oh, can we get away from the food ones?
No.
No.
Favorite food? Sal? Pizza.
Yes.
You called it. Joey.
There's two.
Oh,
No. There's two you can choose from.
there's
Crab rangoons.
That's good.
barbecue.
Nope.
No.
No. Barbecue's not my favorite.
Chicken.
Lobster.
No.
Sushi.
Sushi.
Okay. Well, that was
would've taken
that was
sushi.
my first guess. Sushi.
I would have said sushi or wings.
I wouldn't have guessed wings.
I
would have never.
Give me
guessed
some of those
wings.
right now. I'll tear it up live. And Noah, I'm gonna say, what is your favorite food?
Crab rangoon.
Both of y'all get it. Both of y'all get it. Can't even speak. Both of y'all get a guess.
I'm trying to think of stuff that your mom makes.
Tortilla soup.
That's a good one.
Soups.
That's a good
I
one.
like soups.
The
Good soup.
tortilla soup your mom makes is amazing.
Good soup. Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Next question.
Fried chicken.
Wow. I said that because I'm brown. I'm dark brown.
What is it?
I don't know.
Oh,
It would. I mean, I like sushi too. I like Thai food.
I was gonna say pad thai.
Yeah, I like pad Thai.
We didn't get pad thai today.
I know.
We're supposed to go today.
Jose, if you're watching this,
Cook us pad thai, please.
please.
Haven't had it in like 2
The
years.
Suko Thai pad Thai to be exact.
Leo, what's your weird food?
No, that's the name of the
combination?
plate.
I know.
Wait,
Yeah.
I want to know Leo's weird food combination because he said that mine were gack.
Your mom said thank you.
Thank you, Sal. Yeah.
Thank you, Sal.
Yeah.
I want to know Leo's weird food combination.
Korean barbecue for the interactive social experience.
I didn't like it.
I get to cook.
I get to pay people to cook my own food.
I pay people to cook.
Hold
my
up.
own food.
I will
Hold
go
up.
wild with y'all.
So he doesn't like Subway, but he likes cooking his own food at a restaurant.
Well,
for
'cause
like
he doesn't.
$35.
He doesn't want the sandwich artist to be touching the everything.
Don't touch his sub, bro.
Don't touch my sub. We actually went to Firehouse the other day.
Did y'all like it?
Did he like it?
I don't know. Did
you like it?
Yeah, he's right there. Why are you asking me?
He's right there. I want to take y'all to Wild. That
To what?
Wild
it's called-
Goji?
no, it's called Wild. It's a Japanese barbecue. It's the same concept as Korean barbecue. Japanese barbecue and shobu, which is hot pot. We would go. Like, let's go for a meeting or something. I
A
don't know.
meeting?
Yeah.
Can we expense this?
Can we expense this?
I
That's
always-
every time.
Every
What-
time we go
when was it?
somewhere, this guy's like, "Can we expense this?"
Where did we go?
Red Hook.
It was Red Hook.
Red Hook.
We win. He's like, can we expense this? Dang, the sushi place we went to in Austin. Kura.
There's one here. We should go.
Wait, well, he don't like it.
There's ramen.
If there's ramen, I can eat.
Leo,
ramen.
do you like mod pizza? Damn. Firehouse was better than Subway.
I agree.
I agree too, but
I got the fire combo. I don't know what it was called, but it was like roast beef, ham, and turkey. It was good.
I usually
get the
get
hook and ladder.
there's like a turkey bacon something.
I like the hook and ladder. That's my favorite. Next question. We kind of answered this earlier, but
I like how we
Or
veered
Noah.
away from cars. Like it started heavy
Oh.
with cars, and it was like,
well, okay, hold on. Let me pick around.
okay,
Okay, going back to cars.
going back to cars.
What is your dream truck build?
Truck
Mine
build.
is.
Do we only have to choose one?
Yes. Let's just choose one at the top of the list. Mine's a street truck,
Street lowered.
lowered, but not like slammed, not like
Like tastefully lowered.
lowered to
Quache.
lowered to enhance performance.
Tastefully lowered.
Yeah,
Taste.
and big boom sound speakers.
Well, that defeats the purpose of trying to make performance.
Well, it's not going to be a race truck. It's not going to win nothing.
It just tastefully lowered, not slammed where the wheels are up here in the wheel well, but like
Respectfully, no to mod pizza. Sad.
I haven't tried.
I
it.
actually like mod pizza.
he hates
Until
Subway.
I saw my cousin put corn on his pizza. That was weird.
That was weird.
He hates Subway. So
It's
his
like
opinions don't
it's like the
matter.
people that go to Subway and then put everything on their sandwich.
Oh, there goes. Sal's gonna do it again.
You don't do that.
He's on a
dog.
rent. He's on a rent.
You don't do that.
So mine would be a
anyways,
street truck.
So street truck. What model?
2014 Ford F-150.
So my truck.
Yeah,
Technically speaking.
because that's my
You
dad's
want to buy
truck.
my truck?
That's,
You want
I
to
want
buy my
to.
truck?
I want to.
Trophy truck.
Trophy truck.
Yep.
Okay.
Truck.
I'd like a resto.
Model.
The one that's outside
Okay.
the
So
Raptor.
would you take the bed out?
of my truck.
Yeah.
So it would still have bed sides, just not the bed, just not the.
Tell.
You
the
can't
actual-
put anything in the bed. There is no bed.
There is no bed. It's just two frame.
I want mine as high as possible. LOL. What kind of truck do you have?
He has.
It is a Volkswagen
Nissan
Rabbit.
Titan? Frontier.
Frontier 4x4.
Mm.
It's a nice truck.
I would like a.
You lift them 3 inches and they look pretty nice.
I think it's a 56 Ford.
56.
I'd like a resto mod.
Resto mod?
Mhm.
Coyote?
Yep.
T56?
No.
6R80?
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know a good one in San Antonio. Okay, so I've said this before. I like sandwiches a lot. Like
There's
subs.
only one right answer. He's got a point.
there's-
Zito's.
Subway.
I need to try it. So I love subs. Like sandwiches are just right.
Like
I don't
submarines?
know any good. I
No.
I don't know any good like not mom and pop, but like not a chain place
Uh-huh.
that I would go to here. But in Austin, there's one called Snarf's on Congress or First Street, and is really good.
Whatever truck is Sal's favorite.
So I can tow cars.
I think they're talking about the one you were ranting about, the Facebook Marketplace. that Dodge.
The 20
I think is that what you're talking about?
Like the super tall
2500 Cummins.
The
Yeah.
2500
I like.
clapped out mobile.
Have y'all been to Zito's?
No, I haven't.
We need to go.
Yeah.
I was trying to go with a friend of mine the other day, and they were closed.
Oh,
And it was a paper on the window that said everyone went on vacation. So I was like, okay, great.
there's a sandwich shop, or really a deli.
Sandwich.
There's a deli in downtown San Antonio called Broadway Deli.
On Broadway?
You keep
It's
telling me
amazing.
about that one,
It's amazing.
and I still haven't gone.
Is it on Broadway?
Yes.
He just said it's on
No,
Broadway.
No, he said it was
It could
Broadway
be called
Deli.
Broadway Deli and just not be on Broadway, but
Oh,
yeah, yes, it is on Broadway for that matter. He's like, I'm gonna kick you.
a GMC top kick from Transform. GMC top.
The
the
the Kodiak that was Ironside.
Ironside. Ironside Mall is where you can find Ogami's.
Shameless plug.
No, I always liked, even though it was a GMC, I always liked Ironhide.
Yeah.
That was my favorite Transformer, and then he died. Great.
R.I.P. Ironhide.
Yeah.
To
the real one.
Next question, to at least have one Raptorstrike question.
Okay.
Raptorstrike.
How do we plan on making Raptorstrike reach our goals?
Just sending it. It sounds funny, but it's true.
Yeah, it is.
The answer is we don't know. We're gonna get there, but we don't know.
Well, okay. So this question, this is one of my questions.
If you don't have a plan, and if you have a plan and things go wrong, you get disappointed. So if you don't have a plan and you just do, you can't get disappointed because you don't know the outcome that you want.
I disagree with that. So having a like set in stone plan, yes, don't do that because not everything's gonna go your way. Having an outline for a plan, so you have bullet points basically of where to, like, milestones. You
do realize that's still a plan.
Yeah, but
because if you don't get to that milestone, you still get mad.
No, because you would do it with the intent of
it's got a jetpack.
This is the milestone, but it can change along the way. Because that's the way I'm thinking about it. Because like,
so that's not a mile. If it can change, it's not a milestone.
Guess. I get. Okay, so a goal can change. That's what I'm thinking about. A milestone is a goal, but a goal can change.
Yeah, we have goals, but we don't have a plan to get there.
Okay,
because you associated a goal with a time, and that makes it.
No, I know what you're saying.
You said it. I'm just repeating back to you.
So it's a goal. What I'm trying to say with this question.
His voice got deeper.
Is what
I'm trying to say is
what
in a world.
Steps. What steps do y'all want to do in y'all's personal part to get Raptorstrike to our goals? So I'll start it off to get the tempo.
He said we're being lazy.
No.
Wow. He says we're on. We're not committed employees.
Hold on. You want to know what that translated to?
What?
My back is hurting from carrying this team.
It's not. No.
Okay, I'm sorry.
This dude.
I'll stop playing. What exactly?
I hate the painkillers.
What exactly are you asking?
So like with me, to get to goals, right? Let's just say, I don't know, Boeing Center brought it up earlier. What can we do right now to help us in the future? There's nothing we can do directly. Like, we're not going to be asking for quotes. We're not going to be asking for partnerships. We can't do that right now. We're not big enough. But how do we get...
We could ask for quotes, but then we'd just be like, oh my god, it's so expensive.
Yes, basically. But we can't do anything about it, right? Because it's like tens of hundreds of thousands of dollars that we don't have right now.
Are you saying that I wouldn't put myself in debt?
Yes.
Because you know I will.
So, what can we do right now to, like, just keep taking that step forward? On my end, it's because we don't have the same things we're working on.
Okay.
So on my end, it's building the
so defensive.
Building the social media.
Okay. Yeah.
Social media.
So for those of y'all that don't know, I used to have the social media, and I did a horrible job at it.
No, he didn't.
I will admit it. I do I don't even post stuff for me, like on my page. But Joey
I have the Instagram.
Has taken over the Instagram, and he's actually restructuring it. And so that's why if you do follow us on social media, you see a lot more posts, you see a lot more stories, because Joey took it over. Because I'm very bad at that.
Take over.
And so again, I may joke about it and say that Joey's back hurts because he's carrying the team, because he is.
Quite literally is.
He quite literally is.
We're all doing our parts.
Listen, I just show up on a Saturday.
Yeah, I try to get in touch with him throughout the week. He's like, it's not Saturday.
Yeah. Please refer to my receptionist.
I am clocked out.
No, but in all honesty, if you've noticed that there's questions, there's posts, there's all of that really is Joey. Because I wasn't popular in school, so like I never used social media. Joey was popular,
yeah.
and so he knew how to use social media. So and you know what, Sal, you're in that boat with me. So Sal was not popular in school.
I think.
Listen, if I'm riding
the nerd,
if I'm riding this boat, we're both. But your phone is always in your hand. Yes, because business. It'd be like that.
And I think coming from like an esports background, and a lot of it is social media, I understand it.
Marketing.
More.
Marketing over here.
But
I can do the stuff in person.
yes,
I can't do it on the internet.
this is where I think this is where all our strengths kind of lead. I kind of have like, I guess the not internet, but like social media, like from esports and being around that and production, right? So I know a lot of the show stuff, how to make a show, how to like kind of cater to the audience. Noah can talk to people. I mean, Noah's our outreach on a lot of things. Whenever now I can turn it on him. Whenever we go out to an event, whenever we have a show, whenever we're doing a sponsorship, it's Noah who gets us that. Noah's the one talking to everybody, like HeroCon to
Need my glasses.
trying to getting us into
I'm like Clark Kent.
getting us into Raptors and Rifles, doing other events like that. Noah handles a lot. He just says, "Hey, this is what I'm working on," and me and Sal give our input. Sal, he's tech. Sal's
Sal
the
likes
one
pizza.
Sal
I like pizza.
when it comes to the tech, like
Ice cream.
the workflow side of everything, from the equipment we need to like microphones, tech, all that, Sal knows how to do that. And if we want to start building something or designing something, Sal will be the one that we can't do that because of this, or to do this we have to get this. So that's kind of where all our kind of strengths kind of go in together, and that's kind of the point of this question to kind of go off of. So with my end, how do I keep growing? Maybe it's better to say, how do we plan on keeping, or what are the steps we're taking to grow Raptorstrike? That's a better way to say that.
Way to phrase that question.
How are we going to grow Raptorstrike on our skills and all that? So mine would be,
It's going to be a lot of fruit cups and a lot of dinners. I'll tell you that.
yeah, a lot of cream.
A lot of cream. Okay.
So to tie up mine, it's my goal, or my job is to get us more well known, or to get us more known, right? So
at least the logo scene more, the truck scene
Yes.
online.
So posting every day,
Things
staying
done good.
consistent.
Yeah. Which is I'm really bad at staying consistent.
That's where I have to keep myself in check to do a lot of that and try to post at a normal time. And then coming up with ways to get our name out there.
The three amigos.
And then coming up with
Hey, why are you looking at me like that?
I just thought it was funny.
Okay.
coming up with content, right? Coming up with content, passing it through to y'all, getting the approval, and then figuring out with Sal, how are we going to make this happen when it comes to video editing?
When it comes to my part of being able to talk to people and ask, growing up, one thing that my parents always taught me, and even my grandmother, was you never know unless you ask. Like, you can't assume that you'll get a no because you never asked. So Alamo HeroCon, CVF, all of that started off of hey, I had a question for you, or it's all about how you frame the question, really, too. But there's a lot of situations where I just kind of wedge myself in there with other people. I listen to what's going on, and then I kind of chime in every once in a while. And usually after maybe the fourth or fifth time I've chimed into the conversation, I'm in. And now it's we'll talk about certain things, and that's something that you can also use in the professional world too. For me, I just got to get over being socially awkward, maybe, or like the shyness. I used to never be shy, and that changed somewhere along the line. I hate using the word shy because it seems so, I don't know the word I want to use, but it just seems so little, But a lot of the things that I have done and we are doing with Raptorstrike all came off of I have a question. Let me just put it out there. If it's a yes, if it's a no, if it's a maybe, you never know what can come up from it. So that's another thing for people to learn, is you never know unless you ask.
Mm-hmm.
Just be mindful of when you're asking.
So how would you, and on your end, how would you answer the question of how would you keep growing Raptorstrike?
Asking. It's a lot of questions, and it's a lot of it's us just trying to be putting ourselves out there, going to a lot more car shows, going to a lot more meets, going to events, and doing things. You know, the truck's not going to get exposure sitting in my driveway. You know, that's not how anything works. It can with the social media, because that's how a lot of other people grow. Is people see their car, they think it's cool, you know, they follow, and from there we make content. Some of the content that I like to make is you know, more on the inspirational side. Don't give up. One of them that I saw, I don't know the individual, but I shared his video on my story, and he actually responded with, you know, in a DM, and it was, his thing was, the format of the video was he was getting on to the highway, and he has his windows down, he's shifting gears, and he's just shouting at the camera, and he's like, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day, you still have time, like, don't worry about it, just go for it.
Oh yeah, he's going mock Jesus.
Well, yeah. So he's trying to, anyways. But I think that's just a great message. Like, there's time. Don't take too much time, but there's time. And you know, every time you hit a failure, it's not a bad thing. You know, you just learned another way not to do something, and that's something that,
like, the light bulb.
Yeah,
wasn't invented in a day. That's,
you know, it's the same kind of format. Sal?
For me, it's just doing my best to provide quality content. Quality.
Apprehensive instead of shy. I'm not gonna lie, I need to look up what that word means.
It's like hesitant, I believe.
No,
quality content, good stuff at events, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
Make some jokes.
Make some jokes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm legit looking up apprehensive.
Logistics. Keeping the numbers.
I think one thing that anxious or fearful that something bad or unpleasant will happen. Yeah,
That's fair.
that's fair.
Pretty much.
That's fair. Nervous, concerned, uneasy, worried, alarmed, anxious. Okay. Yeah, I'd agree. I was gonna say something. One thing is the newest post that I have of the truck. On Instagram.
One that we did today.
The one that we did, or the one that you took photos of at like 12 a.m.
Oh yes, the yeah. The yes.
I forget the name of the song. Or it's not really a song yet until she releases it. But he filmed it. He took the photo and he also edited it. After that, I got it, and I did the overlays with the little, you know, the Asian characters in the background, and so I did an edit for the video. So it's like we all have these pieces where if we all put that piece of the puzzle together, we can come out with some pretty solid stuff. So right now we still don't have our Alamo HeroCon video together, let alone the storyboard, you know, mapped out. But definitely we want to start posting more videos on YouTube, more of the content that we've been filming. It's just, you know, as you had said, everyone has that piece of the puzzle, and all three of us need to be functioning together to be able to pump out the good stuff.
The good stuff.
Yeah,
But
the good stuff.
It looks like we are approaching the 2-hour mark. So Noah,
Protein?
you want to do reminders and sign us off?
Okay. So again, of September 9th, we will be out in Floresville, Texas at Cycle Ranch for Off Rodeo, organized by Raptors and Rifles. On September 23rd and 24th, we have Alamo HeroCon, which we just got the Depsui. I'm sorry.
Oh, what's up, Ivana? It's a homie. Ivana.
Okay. How's it going? Well, we're signing off, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But thanks for showing up. You know, it's the thought that counts. Alamo HeroCon on the 23rd and the 24th. We have the promo code Raptors, and that is for a $10 weekend pass. For CV Fabrication, of course, we thank them all the time. Like we said, we're hoping that everything is on the truck by the time of off rodeo, so that way we'd have the entire catalog and y'all get to see how this stuff works on the truck and in performance wise. We have our promo code Raptorstrike for them for 5% off your order. If you're in the market for some jewelry, I haven't been around. Apologies, Mr. and Mrs. Villarreal, but I will go out there and visit y'all at Agave's Jewelry. It's really some of the best jewelry that you can find around for the best price. And even if you're not there to buy, just stop by and say hello. Joey, you had something?
No, I think you covered all the bases. Be on the lookout for more content and more questions on the social media.
Yeah. So if you do follow us on social media, you will be seeing more posting. Or even if you'll have a question for the next podcast, shoot it into a DM or anything.
Yeah.
We really enjoy all of the viewer feedback, and of course, if y'all are, there's a lot of out of pocket stuff that gets said in the chat. You good?
What's it called? If y'all haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and follow all our social medias. All our social medias can be found on our link tree, raptorstrike.net, and yeah, just give a follow to all of them if you haven't had a chance.
You got anything?
Nah.
No? If you are new here today and you enjoy the content, we're on every Saturday at 8 p.m.
Central time.
Central time, correct. Besides that, everyone that is a viewer that came back again, we really appreciate it. Like and subscribe the video. Never forget, be cool and stay humble. We'll see y'all guys again next week.
See y'all later.
Adios.